As we promised, we're going to explain what this building is all about. If you had watched some of the other videos that we had that I posted, we had visited also a shul called the Hollandish shul, the Holland shul. That Holland shul, which was in the middle of the old town, or the edge of the old town in Antwerp, it was mainly used by people of the Ashkenazi Rit, of the people that German descent, Jews of German descent. But there were also Jews that also came from Holland, but they were from the Sephardic, or the Spanish Jews, or crypto Jews that were, they called themselves Portuguese Jews. And they also came from Holland here, but they had a different rights. They have a little, the nuances are different when in the prayer and in their everyday rituals, daily rituals. And they asked permission to build their own synagogue. We had seen the one in the Hollandish shul, they got permission still in the 1880s to build the building, and they were recognized. And then they built a building in the 1890s. Here, they asked permission. First they were denied, but in 1911 they got permission to build their building over here on the Hovenierstraat. It was 5 families that we know, which you can look up their names. Maybe I'll put a link to it in the bottom of the names of the people that actually paid the money to buy the property and build a synagogue. It's a magnificent synagogue. We can't go inside, but I'll post we'll post links of pictures of how magnificent it is inside. It's a national monument, landmark and monument. It's used every single day by the Jews here that come. They do the service because Orthodox men have to pray 3 times a day. So in the afternoon or in the evening, it's used constantly here by the people here working. They would run in, do their prayers, and they would come out. This is the Portuguese shul. What's another very, very important thing about this synagogue is that in 1981, if you can come a little closer, Rosie, it says, I'm just going to read it first in Netherlands, in Flemish, and then I'm going to try to translate it. It says, op 20 October 1981, that in the 20th of October 1981, there was 3 persons who were killed, and more than 100 were wounded by a bomb that blew up here, that was parked here outside. At that time, there was cars were allowed to come in, and that happened to be on the 20th of October. Falls out on the Simchat Torah. It was on Simchat Torah. Luckily, the people had not yet come to prayers. It was 2 hours before the commencement of the Simchat Torah prayers, which is a special festival in the Jewish calendar. And luckily that they weren't here, so it could have been much worse. But this was commemorated and by the city, as you see, this was called the Portuguese shul.